Hey guys, Jonathan Keller here. Just wanted to, shoot a quick video. I couldn't believe it. I was talking with a friend of mine. They showed me this article that Hewlett Packard, HP, is laying off 30,000 people. 30,000 people. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I don't get it. You know, how are these companies laying off these amount of people? We've just had one of the biggest bull markets we've had in history. You know, the economy has grown more in the last few years than it has in a long time, and yet these companies are still laying off tens of thousands of people. You know, the unemployment rate is still crazy. I was looking at the other day. You know, unemployment rate for millennials is right around 15%, which that's just the people who aren't working. There are more people working part-time, millennials working part-time, than there are millennials working full-time right now. And that's not by choice. I mean, sure, there's a bunch of them working by choice because they're in school or something, but I'll bet you, that most of them, the part-time work is because they can't find full-time work. You know what also I saw on the stats is that there's more people 55 and over working than what there was in the last decade. Right, people 55 and over. There's more people are working that are 55 and older than there was 10 years ago. Well, no wonder it's harder for millennials to find work, because people are having to work that much longer. You know, the truth is that you can't rely on traditional systems to get ahead in life. You know, I was looking at, they didn't have it in Canada, but in the States, there's this calculator that you can find. You can go to different cities. You can type in any city in the States, and it'll tell you what you need to make to break even. You know, not travel, not do a bunch of extracurriculars, just to break even. You know, on a standard life. Well, I mean, I kind of found a city that was similar to Vancouver, but you're going to need probably about 80 to 100,000 a year. No problem, probably for sure 100,000 a year. I mean, I'd be polite by saying 80,000. The truth is, you're going to need like $100,000 a year to live a decent life, just to pay taxes, put a house, roof over your head, and some food in your belly. I mean, that's it. It's not, you're not living the big life. You're not driving big fancy cars and vacationing and doing rentals on your house every year. You're getting by. You know. It's crazy. So it's not so much, you can't rely on one income stream anymore. You know, you can't rely on your one job, because the truth is, everyone says, I hear all the time, oh, I got a good job, my job's secure, I'm getting ahead, it's okay. In the last week, I spoke to several people. One lady, she worked with the company for like 31 years. And you know why she got laid off? Because the company was, during the recession, I guess the other recession, I don't know, whatever's, there always seems to be in a recession lately, as everyone's always talking about it, but they were, this company had to mix some things up, so they said, oh, well, we have to, we're losing money, so we have to lay off a bunch of people, when really the company wasn't losing any money. They just wanted to get rid of a bunch of management that were there for a long time and bring in other people. So that's what, she was obviously a manager, being there 30 years, union company, and they had to go on. It was this whole thing. She went to this whole story about it. It was crazy. Anyways, she, 31 years, thought she had a good job, secure, everything going great, and she was laid off. She's not that old. She started that right out of school, so she's still not that old yet, and she has to find something else. She's looking for other work, because that happened. It happens all the time. These 30,000 people that are going to get laid off from HP, I bet you most of them said, oh, no, we're good. We're with a big company. We're secure. We're doing that. I bet you a lot of those people have been there for a long time as well, too. So, I mean, you don't know. That's why you have to have multiple streams of income. You got to have something on the side. Have your full-time job that's, helping you survive, but have other things on the go. If you're a musician, teach some music a couple nights a week. Make a few $100 a week doing that. If you're I don't know, if you're a hairstylist, do some hairstyling at night. If carpentry, build some stuff for some people. The other night, a friend of mine built, I needed a TV stand, and I asked him to build. I want something nice, something, custom made for me. I asked him if he could do it. He did. He did a fantastic job. He did awesome. He made a couple $100. Well, you got to do that. You got to be doing that kind of stuff. You got to keep your main thing but you got to find other ways to bring other flows of income into your household so you can actually do things. I'm not just talking about doing things like, going to Hawaii. I'm talking about doing things like you can go out for a movie night with your wife and afford a babysitter at home, and you can buy dinner and go for a movie. That's what I'm talking about, doing extra things just you can live. Now, obviously, I think that extra money, you should be putting that aside, saving that so you can be doing some big investments later on, but you can actually invest and grow that money. But I mean, whatever, you got to be doing something. So you got to always be thinking about what else can I be doing to be growing. You got to increase your cash flow. One thing I love about my business is that I'm already diversified into several different things that that I can increase my flows in different ways, and that's all I'm focused on. I got to be bringing more cash into my household. I got to be getting more cash. It's not lowering my budget. It's not lowering my expenses. For most people, I mean, some people, they're extravagant, but I mean, really, it's not lowering my expenses. It's increasing my revenue. That's what I'm focused on. That's why, listen, I had a talk a couple nights, and not like we had a talk. We just had a conversation about it. Like, we got to find a way to increase our cash with that. What do you think? We had just a discussion. What do you think we can do? What do you think we should do? What do you think we should look at? What can we do? That's what we want to do. We just want to increase our cash flow, continue to make more money, so we can do more things later on. Do more stuff with the kids and make a bigger impact in the world. So that's what I guess I'd encourage you guys on. If you got a job, I guess great. But do something, increase your cash flow, bring more money to your household, and be smart with that extra money. Don't just spend it and let it, disappear with everything else. Be smart with that extra money that you have coming in, and do something great. So anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Take care.